Hey,
I'm sorry.
Henry, come over here.
Chenyek wants me to do something.
What does he want this time? That idiot, let me guess. It's something real.
I'm supposed to keep an eye on Hogg.
And what do you think about it?
I think so.
I guarantee you Sigismund don't give a fuck about no scribbles.
You think so?
Look here, friend. If you find out something about them symbols, tell they ain't just any old symbols.
No.
Don't be daft. Think about it. Chenyek's acting like... But us two would make a great...
Tell me more about yourself.
What can I tell you? I was born on a... with the guild. Even the likes of me.
Don't you have any drink?
Listen, pal. You can't believe me. I'll do anything.
What can you tell?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me we're scram...
So why does the...
to survive. I bet. When Sigismund finally fucks off one beautiful day...
So you're not in it for the noble cause?
That's right. At least... Take care.
You have a kind master.
Halt! Who's there? Oh, just you. Corva, you really startled me there.
God damn it, Hogg!
gotta
What
help
have you
me.
done? We won't get anything out of him now. What the fuck happened here?
Well,
He fell. He looks more like he got the shit beaten out of him.
oh, look, he started it.
Oh, yeah, right. He looks like the type of fella to start fights.
Aye, don't he, Joe? Well, Chenyek sent me to go and ask about...
And what happened next?
He was laughing in my face. Only he caught another one from the...
Chenyek had a hunch this might happen.
When I start seeing red,
Do you remember anything, at least?
he talked to me in riddles. So I tell him I ain't no little kid. And to talk to...
And then?
When he saw the smoke coming out of my ears, he said he'd show me some... But that annoyed me even more. Do I...
Was there something written on it?
Well, how should I not? Take a look at it yourself. Check his pouches. Well, can you read it? I can't read. Take a look yourself. So?
Yes, but unfortunately for...
Oh, Della!
Something about a vineyard and...
The bastard!
Well, it's our only...
Oh, I don't have the noggin for this. If you can't crack it, you can ask him. But, please.
I'm Henry.
Pleased to meet Rat and I are the...
What does that mean?
We do...
Tell me about yourself.
I used to be a and I was running my... But I wasn't very good at it. Chenyek and Goliath.
Let me guess.
Yes!
What do you think of...
The guild's the best thing for us and...
Crime paved...
Well, robbing a thief ain't... When Sigismund's gone, take care for now.
Stop fooling.
Easy, good horse. Whoa!
Good day to you.
I don't have any...
All right.
I talked to Knuckles about...
Let me guess.
Well,
That's Knuckles for you. But I think he'll eventually... Nevertheless, until you find something...
Hinnet gave Hogg a peculiar riddle.
Old Greaser was known for the...
A vineyard in the town. Strange, but who knows? And yet there it is, quite nearby, by the water that gushes. Now listen and try shortly after them.
A vineyard? I only know in the part with the water.
Well, that...
Oh well. Now just this.
A fine day for some fine wear. Take your pick. Was crackling flatbread. But women are made of stronger stuff.
I'll drop by and visit her sometime.
Feel free.
Good day.
Needles, thread, pins, silk thread.
You silly doggy.
Easy, good horse. Whoa!
Cottage cheese, smoked goat cheese. Die besten. Was wünscht?
Hola.
Danke und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
The best wine in Gothenburg. The taste of home when you're asleep.
It's just you, eh?
Are your senses yet? Well, come to your senses yet?
You have a kind master,
doggy.
Just imagine, the other day I was standing in the yard when I saw this cloud in the sky.
So what?
The cloud looked just like you.
I reckon it must have been a storm cloud then.
In this video, I'm going to
But it had everything. Your hair, eyes, mouth. It was the spirit.
Nice and so.
That city tournament.
Are you blind? You almost ran into me. Slow down, you idiot! Hey! You nearly ran into me!
Hey! Hey! Open up! Open up!
Well, what are you doing, Moishe?
Foot's a caporra piece of junk. Never mind. We'll cut this shit down.
Ich reiß dir deinen Arsch auf!
I'm all yours.
Wait! Wait! Don't kill him!
You're gonna beg for mercy? After this?
We can make a deal. We have some of your people, we can exchange them.
Our people? What the hell are you talking about?
We caught some of them yesterday, trying to get to Liechtenstein, just like you.
No, I'm after Liechtenstein because I need to talk to him. I'm not his enemy. But if you know where he is, you better take me to him. Right now.
I have my orders. I'm not supposed to let anyone near him. Especially not someone who just beat my 2 best men. I'm not a fool.
Right. I'll go unarmed. If that'll convince you.
I'll trust you. But in return, you have to trust me. You can't see where we're going.
All right. But no tricks.
Those are the rules.
Wait, who is that somewhere?
We will soon find out. Let us in.
Wenches or the neighbor's daughter, any dirt you can dig up. Off you go! Oh, who have you brought now, Sam?
I'm not entirely sure. But he says he knows you, and absolutely insisted he had to talk to you.
Ah. Of course. Henry. Lord Capon of Perkstein's page. We met on my visit to Rattay. He's all right.
Lord Capon's escort. And bodyguard.
Quite. Quite. But tell me, what brings you here?
Well, that's quite a long story, sir.
I've got plenty of time, and actually I enjoy long stories. You know why? Because they demand a lot of wine. Please, take a seat, and tell me everything.
If I'm not mistaken, Jobst sent you to von Berkhoff with a message. How did that go?
In a word, badly.
Oh, how's that?
I hardly know where to start. I'm lucky to be alive. In any case, neither von Berghoff nor the League of Lords are planning to join Jobst.
Good God! I need a drink now. But did you manage to deliver the message in the end?
We did.
And? What was von Berkhoff's reaction?
That bastard first used us, and then wanted to get rid of us. We only just avoided being killed.
Sacre. So there's no chance the League of Lords will turn against Sigismund?
No chance. On the contrary, von Berghoff and von Aulitz came here to Kuttenberg to be at Sigismund's beck and call.
Christ. And what are you doing here, actually?
I came here with a man called Zizka.
Zizka? Jan Žižka of Trotsnov.
You know him?
Of course I do. Žižka is in the service of Prokop of Luxembourg, King Wenceslas's cousin.
Aye, we found that out as well. What was strange was that his band was infiltrated by Istvan Toth, if you remember.
That rat from Tarnberg. What was he doing there?
It turned out he was spying for von Berghoff. But he didn't do a great job, fortunately. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
I am starting to get confused.
That makes two of us. Maybe we'll understand better if we get drunk.
You're not holding back, I see. Your health, then. After Žižka took us prisoner, it finally became clear we were on the same side, and Istvan had to flee.
So the fucker's still alive?
Not any longer.
You? Well done. Let's drink to that.
To our enemy's death.
Just when we thought we were out of the woods and Istvan was gone, he appeared outside the walls of Nabokov again, with von Berghoff and Markvart von Aulitz. Von Aulitz was on his way to Kuttenberg with reinforcements for Sigismund. And with the finger of God.
With the what?
A bombard.
Good lord!
Have you ever seen one? I hadn't, until they used it against us.
I've heard about the bombard. An infernal weapon. Then what?
We didn't have a chance. They blew the tower to pieces and took us all prisoner. They took us to Trotsky and tortured us. But with the help of a woman who works with Žižka, we managed to escape.
Žižka. That man always has a trick or two in reserve.
Thank God. While we were making our escape, I crossed paths with Toth, and finally took my revenge for everything he did.
Dull moment with you, I see. To happy endings, then. And where is Lord Capon? Or should I call him the Prince of Poachers?
Well, the most fitting thing to call him would be hostage, because that's what he is now.
A hostage?
That's right. Von Berghoff took him with him. And that's why I'm here, in fact.
Your original plan went badly awry, I must say.
Well, it could have been worse.
That's the way of the world. For my part, I'm forced into hiding, as you've probably noticed. They're after me as if I owed taxes. Ah, if only I knew what Jobst would say.
I know exactly what he'd say as it happens.
You do?
I spoke to Jobst just after we arrived at Suchdal. He expressly forbade me to look for you, or try to rescue Capon.
That damned... Did he say why?
Aye. He said you can look after yourself. And as a nobleman, Capon has nothing to fear in captivity.
Ah, Jobst.
I must admit, I see his point. He has plans. He wants to take advantage of the truce while it lasts. And he doesn't want to provoke Sigismund into starting warring again. And he's probably right about Capon. Nobody's going to throw away the chance of a fat ransom, or waste a nice opportunity for blackmail.
It's true I can take care of myself, but the old schemer could at least have warned me, whatever his plans might be.
Žižka sees Jobst as a pain in the arse, too. I mean, he's not fond of him. And he doesn't approve of his plan.
Then I expect he and I will see eye to eye. Although I prefer a different strategy to braining all and sundry with a mace. Even so, what brings you to me? You didn't take this risk just to tell me what Jobst is like, or that I should carry on with what I'm doing.
No. My first concern is to rescue Lord Capon, whatever schemes Jobst is dreaming up.
And then...
And also, it's about your safety.
My safety?
You know, they tortured us. Zizka, Godwin and me. They asked about Job's plans and about you. I'd have held out, but Godwin... He told them where you were.
Where I am? In this city, you mean? That's not such a terrible betrayal. Gutenberg is a big city. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Not that they have not tried. They almost caught you a couple of times. If it were not for my people.
That's true, of course. But I'm not going to bear a grudge. The executioner always gets what he wants. And if he hadn't, we wouldn't be talking right now.
I apologize.
No need. It's not your fault. Nevertheless, let's turn the page. Capon. How do you plan to free him?
That's exactly why I came to see you.
Oh. How's that?
Because you move in certain circles.
And?
You conspire. You hear all the rumors.
So?
So you might know where they're holding him.
Sigismund confiscated the property of some burghers and noblemen in the city when they opposed him, and he divided the property up between his loyal followers. He seized Malyshoff Fortress from the Rutards, for instance. And didn't you say, Sam, that he gifted it to von Berkoff?
Yes, that is so.
That was before von Berkoff was in these parts. But if he's here now, where else would he be but in Malyshoff? And if von Berkoff is there...
That's where his captive will be.
Correct. Capon is at Malyshoff Fortress.
Well, it'll be tougher than I thought, but that can't be helped. I'm gonna have to get him out of there somehow.
I admire your keenness, but...
But that is the most insane idea I've heard so far today.
You can't just launch an assault on Malyshoff. It's a strong fortress. We'll need a cunning plan.
Or long ladders and lots of men. That could be arranged, maybe.
Careful! Jobst ordered us not to stir up trouble. And this would be serious trouble. But if Capon simply vanished...
Vanished how, exactly?
I don't know yet. But like I said, Malyshoff belonged to the Rutards. And I'm sure they're not keen on the new tenant. I think if you pay a visit to Sir Kunslin Rutard and convince him you have common interests, he'll be happy to think up a solution with you.
Like what?
Who knows? Perhaps Lord Rutard knows of a back door into his old home, and he might not be averse to an arrangement with someone who'll help him take revenge.
Someone like you.
Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up. But it's the best we've got, and there's no harm in trying. Where can I find this Kunslin?
Sigismund seized his fortress, but, surprisingly, he let him keep his palace in the city. It's right next to the Italian court.
All right. I'll give it a go.
Once you have some news, you know where to find me. Is there anything you want to know before you go?
All right. I'll set off now.
Good luck. It was good to see you again, Henry. And be careful. There's bound to be spies swarming around the palace. This city isn't safe.
Tell me about it. Danger is my daily bread these days. What are you doing here in Kuttenberg?
That's a good question. Jobst thinks I'm his spy.
You're not.
I gave him some information before I had to. Jobst thinks...
You don't believe Jobst?
Trusting your own plan tends to be a big mistake. And the backup includes all of Sigismund's... They can't do much on their own.
Why are the Jews helping you?
Because I asked them to. Most Christians avoid Jews. And probably wouldn't even think of looking for something. Besides, the local Jewish community have no love for Sigismund or von...
They know von Berkoff?
Sadly, they do. Those who survived...
Why would he need convincing? You said he had had a serious...
Sigismund has made many enemies in Kuttenberg. He kicked off important burkers from the council, but he's not stupid. He hasn't completely begged...
He just made them fit.
I'd rather call it caution. It's complicated. This isn't chess. And the law... Just because they can't stomach Sigismund...
So you're sending me there to find...
You could say that. I suspect he might be inclined to ally. If it works out, it will be a great accomplishment.
Easy. Nice and slow.
Can you help me? This is my first time in the city, and I don't know my way around.
Yes, I know.
I'm sure you can help me. I'm looking for a tavern. The I only know them.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I just hope I can find. I'm starved.
There are other places to eat.
I know. I heard the folks say they're...
Really?
Well, so I'm only in town for... But I don't have a place to...
Well, you could try once you've eaten.
That's true. I didn't know. We might cross. Thanks for the advice.
Same to you.
Oh, damn it! You rubbed me.
Hey! Come back!
Stop! Enough!
Had enough. Now hand it back. Everything you...
That's all of it.
Piss off. Easy. Easy. Nice and slow.
Watch where you're going.
Sit and stay. Nobody's opened this door in ages.
Oof. It's pretty musty in here. This is no regular cellar.
This must be it. Come here.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
Whoa!
Good day to you.
I've deciphered.
Fantastic!
Well, it was pretty confusing.
And what about Hogg?
He killed Hinek.
Sometimes he snaps.
Thankfully, Hinek had a parchment on.
Let me see. I'll imagine the look on...
Here they are.
Tunnel mark. And I saw this symbol for... You can go and check...
Do you have any more work?
Not just now.
Greetings to you.
I found out that...
I knew I...
Well, I think...
Are you...
Sorry.
You're a fool. Take care, sir.
God bless. Are you whistling at me? I'm not interested.
Easy. Easy. Nice and slow.
Fresh plaster, cross on the wall. That'll be it. Damn, the seal isn't here. Somebody got here before me. I'll have to go pay a visit to the local gravedigger.
Heal!
Slowly. Nice and slow.
Go! 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 Quick!
Whoa! Whoa!
Good morning.
I'm interested in that recent funeral of the rich...
Yeah. And what's it got to do with...
And you don't know anything...
God, no, nothing.
Fine. I want to ask you...
God, again.
Fine.
Take care, friend.
Stay.
Someone's been pampering this horse. What's that? What's the hold-up?
So what's it gonna be?
You said you needed some help with something. What's going on?
Something's happened. Oh, a real mess. And I need help from someone reliable.
What is it?
When I was fishing around for information about Liechtenstein, I cast the net a bit too wide. And one of the servant girls I questioned was just found dead.
You think she was killed because of you?
I don't know. If I did, I wouldn't be...
I'll help you. Tell me all about it. Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice. She was an ordinary, pretty girl. She worked as a maid. I heard they found her all hacked up. Tossed somewhere by the town wall. Oh, folk in town are saying it was absolute slaughter. They took the body to the morgue by the St. Peter and St. Paul cemetery.
I'll go take a look at her. See if I can find anything.
I think that would be for the best. Though, you can ask the gravedigger for details. He'll know.
When did you last see the girl?
Around a week ago?
And did you notice anything suspicious?
Not at all. She was always cheerful, lively, though I'm afraid she won't be.
What was Alice trying to find out for you?
She always brought me the freshest gossip overheard from her master. And lately, what the other maids in town were saying.
And did you learn anything important from her?
That's the thing. All she brought me was gossip. Who was cheating on who? So you'll have to figure.
What about your other girls? Are they all right?
Yes, fortunately. That's why Alice's death shocked.
What are you going to do next?
I'd like to ask the others if they noticed anything suspicious.
But you don't want to scare them.
I'm scared myself. Maybe nobody knows about them yet. If someone was to follow me, I could give them away. And I can't risk that. I don't...
What if I go and see them?
They don't know you, Henry. You'd only scare them. I'll figure something out.
Do you think there could be something bigger behind the murder?
I don't know. Maybe, but it's strange. Why would someone do her like that?
Why did you ask me in particular for help?
Because you're the only one I...
Aha.
But don't take it the wrong way. I'm actually glad it's you. Not even Zhishka would be of much help to me here.
Aha. Thanks. I know everything I need.
Good. Go to that graveyard. In the meantime, I'll try to find out more. Then we'll put it all together.
A man would be calling for the priest, but women.
What about you? Are you looking?
Careful.
Nice and safe.
Are you blind? Oh!
Whoa!
I'm not giving you a taste. Don't bullshit me, or you'll be sorry.
You shouldn't be walking around by yourself. Awful things.
Well, I'll come to your sense.
Greetings, sir. What would you like?
I found the seal of the dead.
Very good, brother.
Just a minor inconvenience, so I had no choice but to find and rob the thief. But I'll keep his name to myself. At any rate, the gravedigger...
See how my charm protected you. Things could have also taken a nasty...
What will you do with the seal now?
I'll put it to good use, of course. The guild thanks you. Now that cunts.
I'm glad to hear that.
If you're interested in some more work...
I'd like to learn...
What would you...
Hey, stop fighting!
I'd like...
Great.
Keep close to the others. It's not safe.
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Innkeeper, have you got anything to eat?
Why the...
Do you have any more...
Good thing you asked, but you know how it goes. There's a German innkeeper, that cunt back Siggers.
I don't know him.
Word has it, he didn't come by that... They say he got the coin for... And not just that, they...
Interesting.
Sketchy or not, makes no difference. Get into the cell. Go ahead and...
Fine.
If you don't know innkeeper...
Where is...
Not the tavern.
Where should I ask?
At my...
What exactly?
I don't...
Fine. I forgot...
You should...
I forgot the...
You shouldn't get...
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Everything all right, eh?
Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
Hey! Are you trying to kill me?
Whoa!
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. What a mess.
Ow! Don't you see me walking?
Whoa!
Be careful. It isn't safe around.
How can I help?
What are you barging in here for?
Never mind. Strange.
Damn! Maps of hiding places. Bakervet's really was involved in some shady business.
Here we are.
I apologize.
Come here!
Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
Slow down, you idiot!
Oh, it's you.
Back
already?
Right.
Oh, you pooch. Keep your eyes on the road, you fool.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
No, no, that's not what I meant.
Greetings to you, friend.
Good day to we meet again.
God be with you.
You must be the local...
That's right. They call me, at least them that can speak do. Greetings, Henry.
I hear there was a murder here recently.
True. True. She's lying in the morgue. But who the hell are you? Another gawk.
Another?
People ain't got no respect. As soon as news spread... So if you ain't one of them gawkers, you must be...
I don't want to take anything. I need to find...
Like what exactly?
Who killed her?
Why?
I'm worried something might happen to my friend.
That's true. She wasn't the first, and we can only pray that she'll be the last. It's true that Lumiere ain't shown no interest in her yet.
Who's this Lumiere? Another one of those...
No, no. He actually tried to help.
Help? How?
Well, he was investigating them.
Right. You said she wasn't the first.
Aye. We had a couple of similar...
And who is this Lumiere?
He used to work for the local bailiff. I think he knew the first...
Do you remember how many girls were killed?
You mean you don't know nothing about it?
I haven't been in Kuttenberg very long.
I see. There's been one...
Do you know where the last one got killed?
I heard some talk about it when they...
Look for clues. Footprints, blood, anything.
That can help you.
That's worth a try.
I heard she...
Thanks. What's this Lumiere got to do with this?
Well, like I told you, he used to work for the bailiff.
A scribe keeps records in the Black Chronicle.
Well, the old bailiff wasn't all that interested in the... But Lumiere, he was quite helpful. Folk heard about it and went to him with whatever was...
I'd like to speak with Lumiere. Do you know where I can find...
At his home in Bohemia Street. That's near the church. You won't find... I don't know exactly why, though. Seems he had some...
Thanks.
It's my pleasure. Especially helping... Actually, wait a mo. Speaking of the living, there's a girl what comes here and grieves over that dead... I think her name is Barbara.
And do you know where I could find her?
She said she serves in one of the burgers' houses. So either there or in the morgue.
Thanks again, Master Grant. So, let's see what we have here. My God! Someone really did a number on her. Oh, they ripped open her entire belly. And they didn't stop. There must have been buckets of blood. Jesus Christ. The place they found her must look like a slaughterhouse. Her lips are bloody, but nothing more. Tongue. But if he killed her for blabbing, I reckon he'd have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? These are more like chops than cuts. Somebody must have taken a sword to her. Knife wounds would be but it couldn't have been a long sword. That would have been clumsy. It was something short. God. Why? That madman cut off both her breasts and bits of flesh. But what did he do with it all afterwards? Did he really keep all the pieces? Her face is a little bruised and cut, but nobody cut her there. But she has a dark ring around her neck. Was she strangled? The murder, and her hair is all matted with blood and hacked off. I don't even know what colour it was. Maybe there's something more to it. What if the murderer kept her hair like some kind of sick trophy? Just some scratches and bruises. The killer probably surprised her. She didn't even have time to defend her.
So, the murderer must have awfully strong hands, because he strangled her and left a dark. Then he took a short sword or a saber and started hacking at her. He also cut off most of her hair. He cut off her breasts, but left her tongue, then left her lying there for all to see. Only if it was a warning for telltales, he... I don't know why he killed her, but I don't think it's because of Kath. Are you Barbara?
Alice. She was almost like a sister to me. We served together for years, in the same house. Why'd you ask? Who are you?
I'm trying to find out who did this to her. I'm afraid the killer might want to go after my friend as well.
Ah, I understand.
Who did you serve?
Our master is a local merchant. He is trying his hand at trading wine.
How did Alice get along with your master?
Fine. Just like with everyone. Our master is a bit strict, but he's fair.
What's his name?
Why? But you can't see him anyway. He's on a trade trip to Prague.
It occurred to me that maybe he...
He couldn't. He was gone when it happened. And besides, why would he kill them others too? He never even knew them.
I heard about that. And also about Lumir.
Well, if you're interested, maybe you'll catch him sober and...
Do you know of any suitors she might have had?
I know she was seeing some...
I'd like to talk to him as well.
But I don't know who it was. Alice said he was rich and...
And you never saw him?
No, never. I don't even know where she...
Do you know what exactly happened to Alice?
No. Nobody. One day, she just didn't come home. And then they found her.
It's awful what they...
She was such a pretty girl. And that beautiful brown hair of hers. And it didn't even leave that untouched. Who could have cut off her hair?
So, I'll leave you to mourn in peace. Nice and slow. Whoa! Lumir?
Oh. Christ, my head.
I need to ask you something.
I said not so loud. I have a
That's some hangover, unless I'm willing to wait for him to sleep. This should sober him. Here. Better?
What? Who?
My name is Henry.
And what do you want?
I'm trying to find out who killed a certain girl. And I was sent to you.
To me? What for?
Are you Lumir from the rat house? The scribe?
I used to be. Now I'm just Lumir the madman.
They say that about you.
Because I was just on some wild goose chase. And what came of it?
But I need your help.
If I were you, lad, I'd leave it be. You can't help that girl anymore, anyway. You'll just end up hurting your...
Come now, Lumir.
Poor girls. No, we let it be in the end. We let a monster walk among... No way. You can't solve this yourself.
I need to know the truth. To find the one responsible.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, lad. I searched high and low. And what did I get? What makes you think you can find out...
Because I know people, and can easily convince them. In the end, they spill their guts.
Is that so? What about me? Do you think I'll spill my guts too?
A moment ago you were moaning in pain, and now you're deliberating whether or not to tell me what you know.
All right. Talk to me. Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice. She worked as a maid.
A maid? That fits. Yarka was a maid too, as were most of the other victims. What did she look like? What did he do to her?
I think that he strangled her first, and then went at her with a longer blade and disemboweled her.
Did you notice the strangulation right away? It took me a while. Maybe you really will track him down.
Do you think it's the same murder?
Counting your girl, that makes 6 victims who were first strangled and then mutilated. If it's not all the same person, they must be collaborating somehow.
This is the 6th one. How long has he been killing?
Probably about a year now. Sometimes it takes him months, sometimes weeks. But I'm including missing girls, Stanya and Zdena.
Why are you counting the missing girls?
Because I think someone killed them, and we just haven't found them yet.
Did the dead girls have anything in common?
Aside from being pretty young girls with no proper family or background, no. I couldn't find much.
Do you think somebody is killing them because they're poor, and nobody will miss them?
Certainly. If somebody killed the daughter of a local lord, no stone would be left unturned.
But why does he even kill in the first place?
I don't know. Maybe he hates women. Damn it. I feel like I'm going in circles and can't get out.
What can you tell me about Yarka?
She wasn't the first. But thanks to her, people started taking an interest. She was a maid in a German family. By all accounts, she was a pious, polite girl. She was orphaned as a child. The priest from the church of St. Peter and Paul. They found her body tossed behind a barn at the edge of town. She was cut all the way from her neck downwards. An awful sight to behold.
Did you have any suspects?
At first, I thought the son from that family did it. But then I changed my mind.
Why?
Well, for one, I remembered the 2 girls. Besides that, when I talked to the lad, he seemed he wasn't the least bit in. And his mother told me that they threw her out a week before the murder because she was a harlot who stayed out till all hours of the night. That really surprised me, because Father Prokop had vouched for her good reputation. But maybe he just didn't want to admit what had become of her.
What about Stanya?
She was an alehouse wench in a tavern of ill repute.
You said her body was never found. Maybe she just got out of town.
You have no idea how much I'd like to believe that. Unfortunately, the investigation wasn't very successful.
Did you suspect anybody?
You could suspect every second man there. The innkeeper, Mole, definitely knew Stanya, since she worked for him. But he isn't all that chatty either.
So if I want to learn anything more, I have to ask this Mole? In the hole?
Yeah. He still runs the place.
And what about that Zdena? You said her body was never...
Exactly. But to tell the truth, nobody spent much time. Besides Alice, Zdena was the most recent victim. It's only been a few weeks.
But if her body was never found, how do you know she was killed?
Because she was the same type as the other girls. Maybe the prettiest of them all. Young, beautiful. A real live one. Lively as the devil. She was a thief. A pickpocket. I never could pin it on her, though. She always found some way...
Maybe she robbed the wrong people and had to get out of town.
Maybe. She had a partner in crime by the name of... When I asked him about Zdena, he told me he'd rather rip it...
Do you think he'd be more forthcoming with me?
He might be. You're not known all over. Besides, it might still be fresh in his memory. That would be a great...
And what about the other 2 victims?
It all started with them, though nobody did much about it at the time. The first one worked as a bathhouse. She'd only been in town for a short while, and nobody really knew her. But the other one, Libushka, she was from Loretz. She was a maidservant, too. She said she was really cheerful and outgoing. There were lots of suitors. She knew she was pretty, and knew she could do better than some fun.
You mean she wanted someone higher up?
That's what it sounded like. But her mother never found out.
Interesting. I'll try to see what else I can find out from the mother. Where can I find her?
In the graveyard, lad. The poor woman died. It's sad to say, but we can't help those 2 dead girls now. There's nobody else left who could...
Why were you looking into it? Who were those dead girls to you?
I don't know what people told you about me, but for many long years I was a scribe for Kuttenberg's bailiff. Kuttenberg is a big city with a lot of people. Silver, silver, silver. Mining it, smelting it, stealing it. There's always something going. The bailiff was always running from hell to Hades. From one rich man to...
But there are more than just rich burghers and lords in...
Exactly. There are common folk, too. There's a lot more of them. So when one of them came to the bailiff's one time, and the bailiff was running around somewhere...
Behind the bailiff's back?
Not really. Andreas supported my...
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it.
Did you have any suspects?
You can always find some suspect. I always dragged the most suspicious ones to the body in the morgue by...
Couldn't it have just been an act?
Fainting? Vomiting? That's hard to act.
Can you sum it all up for me?
We have 6 victims here. And I believe, unfortunately, we only know a little about the last 4. The most recent ones. Of the remaining 4, the first to be killed was the maidservant, Jark. The next were Stanja and Zdena. Their bodies weren't... They both hung around a tavern they called the Hole in the Wall. Stanja was an alehouse man. The last victim is Alice. What they all have in common is that...
Good.
When you learn something more, you've aroused a bit of hope in me, lad. I hope you won't disappoint me.
I wanted to ask you about those... Did the dead girls have anything in...
Aside from being pretty...
Do you think somebody is killing them because they're poor?
Certainly. If somebody killed it...
But why does he...
I don't know.
Good.
When you look... You've aroused...
Easy. Good horse. Whoa, whoa.
Keep close to the others. Not safe here.
Father, I need to ask you a few questions.
I don't have time for
That's not why I'm here. My name's Henry, and I wanted to ask, someone killed and gutted a young maidservant.
Another one murdered. May the Lord grant. Why is it you ask?
I fear for my sister. She's also a maid.
Yes. Fear for those close to you is commendable. What would you like to hear?
One of the other victims was a girl named Yarka. But I reckon you know that. What can you tell me about?
About Yarka? She was an ordinary girl. She served the von Groll family.
Where did you know you?
I knew her since she was a little girl. Knew her family.
And?
I was her uncle. When my brother and his wife died, I took care of her.
Who do you think killed...
William, that pig of Satan. He gambles in the tavern on All Saint. Yarka always went.
Why do you think it was William?
Evidence? He's a skirt chaser, a tool of Satan. He messes...
And does anyone else come to mind?
No.
You raised her?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not the first of the clergy to have a child on the side.
No offense, but how did you know what to do? Without a wife, without a family? I would have been lost.
I was a bit, when she was maybe...
How does that even work?
When she was small, I could. But when she grew up...
Why do you think you were too hard on her?
Yarko was an orphan. Her only chance of a... The more I led her in that...
You're well off, though. Couldn't you provide for her?
I couldn't. Even if she had been my very own.
But how come?
The church's property.
How did she rebel against you?
She wouldn't listen. She ran away. She ran around with all sorts. And how did it turn out? She died. And in sin. Such a disgrace.
Why don't you respect...
That's... I won't tell you.
Come now, Father. I'm not just asking out of curiosity. This is about all the dead. Isn't it written in Scripture? Speak up for those who have no...
A layman quotes the Bible to me. Lumir accused me of her murder.
What?
Yes. He slandered...
And...
It turned out he was deranged. How? He's finished in Kuttenberg.
Disgrace? What the devil are you talking about?
She was pregnant! Even if she had lived, what then? Nobody would want to marry...
I've heard enough, Father.
Son, I'll give you some good advice. Don't listen to Lumir. That man has got...
Easy, good horse.
You almost ran me over.
Oh, mind where you're going.
Whoa! Are you Sternad? The one that went with Zdenna?
Who the fuck are you?
Just an ordinary bloke.
Well then piss off. All you're gonna get here.
Why so rash? That kind of attitude will do you no favours. Let's make a deal. You tell me everything you know about Zdenna, and I'll make sure you're...
Ah. You're the lord what that whore robbed. Don't worry about it. She weren't nothing.
So, if I understand correctly...
For the right price, I'll...
Is this the right...
You fucking bet.
Where can I find...
Aye. That's what I like to fucking know.
Yeah.
I can well imagine. Well, she went to Ravstein Mill. She had some unfinished business with some bloke.
What can you tell me about...
What do you want to hear? I try to keep her out of trouble, but there's just no help.
So you were taking...
Well, just in front of the others. Other than that, she did what she wanted. Always made her mind up.
So you weren't too fond of her?
Not really, no.
Did she have any friends or lovers who'd know more? Did anybody come here to see her?
Who come to see that bitch? She was always off something.
Someone came to see her?
Well, aye. Some stuffed frock came here once. He said he had some job for her, but he left empty-handed.
Do you know who that priest...
Some fucking Prokopor. But that reminds me. I saw her a couple of times with another bard.
And could she have run away with this bard?
With that Well, he ain't been seen in town for... He still don't come here no more. He plucks that loot of his in the...
What do you know about this?
Not much. Seems they knew each other, but she weren't stupid.
And did he go?
Aye, indeed. He didn't look like the kind of fella... I think he just told her if she changed her...
And could she have changed her mind and...
No, no. She took off.
I've heard enough.
How can I help?
Did a Stanya work here?
Stanya. It depends on...
My name's Henry.
Names don't interest me. The main thing is whether it's a good guest or a bad guest asking. What kind of guest are you?
I'm a good guest.
Really? Let's see.
Depends if they're loyal to your tavern and come often.
Trust is all important. I'm plenty happy to talk. So, what'll it...
What if I simply paid? I want to know if Stanya worked here.
She did. And she don't know more.
I heard she disappeared without a trace. So I'm trying to find out.
It's possible. The chamber, the door, open. Everything emptied out. And Stanya?
Tell me something.
First, you'll have another beer.
What?
If you want to ask, I prefer to be... So, what...
I don't want to pay you any... I think you could answer my questions directly, and that makes it look like you might have some motive for keeping me from fighting.
Nonsense. Ask me anything.
Did anybody see what actually...
No, it was at night. The tavern tends to be empty at that hour, and you won't meet many...
What was Stanya like?
A bold woman. One has to be here. She was hanging around a bard for a while.
Someone from the city?
No. A charcoal burner. I think his name was...
What do you know about that bard?
What about him? He's a minstrel. He called himself William.
You think he might have...
Now that you mention it, I know. Besides...
Or in it. Apart from those men, did anyone else... I mean, more intimate?
Well, I got bad...
Why?
One was hit by... And the other one...
How did Stanya...
The door was...
Blood?
Not so much. If someone does...
Where can I...
I already told...
Could you be a bit...
I don't know that, so if I was you...
That's all I need.
Wait, friend. Come here.
Good
we need to
dog.
talk.
Easy. Easy. Nice and slow.
Keeper, what's taking so long?
Greetings to you too.
Are you whistling at me? I'm not interested.
Right.
Nice and slow.
That hurts, you idiot. The city council has decided to help. Time pursuits and come to learn the art of swordsmanship. Good afternoon. Farewell.
I'd like to...
I'm glad to hear it.
One of you?
Aye. One of us.
How come it's only for...
It's the coot and we wouldn't want any old...
And how can it...
Well, it ain't that easy. And you have to... We can't... Then you have... If the count...
I see.
Not for a while. Oh, suck.
Thanks for the info.
Oh, well.
This one is sharpened already.
Be careful. It's not safe here.
This one is sharpened already.
Hello, Heinrich. It was a beautiful talk. Congratulations. What did you?
I don't know.
Good. What about?
I?
Most important, I am. I owe which so.
I'll consider. Simon.
Toll.
I'm in the mood for a proper tournament.
Spoken. Pay the entry.
Here are the.
I look mail on the day, or you.
When is the?
There is still some time.
I apologize.